Yo, yo, yo. Okay. Welcome back to my profile, everyone who's watching. And I want to go through Bitcoin here once again, right on time on Monday. I think like last week. Not sure actually what day it was last week. It was Monday or Tuesday. So what I want to look at is different time frames, different indicators, and just what has changed since last week and what we can expect to happen. This week and in the future in general. So I'm going to start here on my weekly chart. This chart, for anyone who's been following, should be familiar with this. I've been posting it since I think early December 9th, 12th, something like that. And yeah, and I've been consistently posting it and always saying there's a lot of possibilities that can come, but that this is still my favorite because not of that it's the perfect head and shoulder pattern or anything. It's just makes a lot of sense. A lot of targets in this pattern and a lot of price areas correlate with a lot of other time frames, where we find these same areas then, which makes brings a lot of confirmation to the areas that I found here and have been looking at for a while now. So yeah, the first thing we want to look at right here actually is now let me just see the top two ribbons here on the EMA ribbon, right? That's the MA20 and the MA25. And if we go all the way back here, this is the last time the MA25 has actually been above the MA20. This here is a direct video follow up to my very last post actually where I said that I was going to make this video, and you can just pull that up if you want on my profile and there you see it. By the way, please like and follow, share, comment, whatever. It really helps out and it motivates me to keep posting more stuff. So it's pretty hard to get traction on here, but I'm trying to do it the Tradingview way rather than social media because I think there's way more legit crowd on here than just the keyboard heroes over on the Twitter streets, for example. But back to this, yeah. So we look at those. They've this obviously we're almost crossing here these two. If you see at the top to the yellow one and the slightly darker one, I've got it marked out here in red and in beige. And they've almost crossing the top two ribbons right here. So it happened here almost. Then we went on to rally, and it's very interesting where that happened. So it almost crossed, went on to rally, and it happened where there comes the pattern, the head and shoulder pattern comes in. It happened right after we completed the right shoulder. So here's the same thing happened. We're completing the right shoulder. There's almost crossing. That has to do with obviously hitting a peak, then bouncing up, and then not having enough volume. So this is why we almost get that cross there. But we managed to bounce from there and get to an new all-time high eventually. So we're looking to do the same thing here. These trend lines also come into play where you can see we went here, we touched the trend lines here, formed the trend lines really at this point, since we started here at the candle that broke the 2017 all-time high of 20K, and then formed these. I drew a few different variations of them. So the top one, the pink one is connecting the bodies, the green one, the middle one is connecting the center points with most touch points on the wicks, and then the very lowest wick point is the white one. So as we see here, we went that low. We didn't go down all the way to this trend line yet, but then we also have this box here, which shows us all the past resistance and support points here. So we could still go a bit lower in this box as well. Uh, but yeah, then here's the very lowest point from where we obviously rallied multiple times to new all-time highs here and then here again. And yeah, and as we can see, this is like 29,000 till 53K is here a strong support and resistance area here with this one being between 41.9 or 42K and 38,750. So I'm mentioning these areas since I want you to pay attention to the other time frames later where they actually show up again, just in maybe in a different way than exactly here, but you will see that then they make sense. And this gives the exact price area a stronger confirmation by showing up on multiple time frames, if that makes sense. If we just saw that here, that there's a strong support area here, but then on different, on the monthly, for example, and on the daily or whatever, we wouldn't see anything that resembles any support level, that then it wouldn't be a strong confirmation for that support, right? That's basically what I'm trying to say. So yeah, and the other thing is what I talked about in the video last week is that we, to repeat the exact same thing that we did here, is actually we managed to not close over the EMA ribbon. We managed to bounce back up above it twice in a row, actually 2 weeks in a row. Here we actually did for the very first time since summer last year, closed below the EMA ribbon. So I mean, not since then, since we haven't done it then. It's been a while back since that, even um, before the last time the MA20 was the MA25 was above the MA20. So even before that, and that goes back to, I can't see it down here, but early in 2020. So yeah, I mean, this is obviously then a very bearish sign here from that perspective, but this still hasn't crossed. This is what I have my eye on yet, eye on now, and a lot of things, different things are repeating the same way here. Um, yeah, and as you can see, here is a tweet marked from December 12th where I already said Bitcoin 53K before 40K, and here we went just under 50 to about 52.5K, just under 53K, and then 40K still in play. 40K in my quick touch in the 37K region, even before all-time high spring 22. Obviously, this is still in play. I'm still thinking this is my favorite possibility of the Bitcoin price in the near future and midterm. But yeah, let's move on from this and go to the next time frame. So what I want to look at now here is we come down to the daily chart. On the daily chart, we can see a lot of stuff here. First of all, here I want to pay attention to the VPVR. This is what we can see here basically is where the most volume is going in at what price levels. And here we can see that the level where the most money is is at the 48K region. So this is right here where the red line is drawn that shows a lot of support and resistance levels. So strong resistance way, strongest resistance level on the way up. Before that, we obviously have the neckline here, where we then would have to confirm above to confirm that we're making higher lows. And yeah, and then we see this would be basically the same, a neckline, and obviously where there's a lot of money going in, and then on the way up, it's pretty thin until here we have a stronger level again between around 59K. And yeah, other things to look at is here as well. Have the EMA ribbon and the 200-day SMA that we're sitting below, the bull market support band that we're sitting below, and below that, again, we have this support area here that we looked at before. So then we look at the prices again. So we're looking at 37.5K to 40K, and then we have a 43K and a 47, 48K, 50K, 52K, all very similar again. It all makes sense on the larger time frame from before. And here we have the lowest box that we saw earlier as well, where we bounced off from multiple times here and here to all-time highs. And there we see here as well, there's strong support in this area where we are right now. Below that, it gets much weaker, and then we would have to look at this box here, what's going on over there, right? So yeah, here very interesting everything as well. We have a lot of resistance above us, not so much support below us. So these are the trend lines here, as you can see. I didn't take the middle one, that's the lowest wicks, and and the bodies from the weekly chart, and there you can see we're bouncing right along it here, the body line right now. So if you would wick down, we would come to my price target of 37.5, more or less, as the very bottom for this step. If we would fall below that, obviously we'd break a lot of things and come here into this area. So yeah, let's move on again here onto the, what should we do? What should we do? Yeah, let's go on to the monthly, and then we've uh, finished things on the shortest time frame, the 4 hourly, to see what's going on in the immediate short term. All right, let's go here. So this is the monthly, and also, of course, you've seen this already in the last video. I will tag it again below, so you can watch it again if you, in case you're interested. But here what we see is basically this here is the Fibonacci retracements from the lowest point to the all-time high, of course. Then we see we're sitting here right at the golden pocket. So here I'm looking at the golden pocket between the 0618 and the 065 on the Fibonacci retracement between 46K and 44K. We can see the correlation on smaller time frames for a clear idea about the resistance in the area. So we've seen before all the stuff that's laying there above us that we can't get through the EMA ribbons and so on. That we just fell below on different time frames. And then we have here the boxes again, the strong support boxes, 37K till about, what is it, 42K. And here again, the lowest bounce area where we bounced off to new all-time highs before. As you can see here again, it all correlates on the different time frames. That's the important thing, that you can see that. Now here the thing is still happening, where if we take the wick lines, the body lines we saw last time, we would already be out. We couldn't close inside anymore. But on these, if we take the with the touch points here of the wicks from this candle and from this candle, I last time explained, I drew the triangle from the candle that confirmed the break of the 2017 20K all-time high, and then to the all-time high now of 69K, and then the candle below, just to give a few variations of the triangle. And we can see if we close above it, we can still turn this into a wick and then bounce back up. This is the monthly candle, so we still have about 2 weeks left exactly to do that. End of the month, actually, till the exact day of the birthday of my daughter. She was turning 9, so that would be pretty nice birthday for all of us. Yeah, let's see what else did I note here. Cans to be turned into a wick and different variations. On the clear display, where I look at horizontals and not just at patterns, where we see here the Fibonacci gives us, and horizontal support areas give us a better, clearer sign of where we can call it a downtrend, or that we broken to the downside completely, fallen into a bear market. There's multiple things to look at on the horizontal, and that instead of just looking at one pattern like this triangle here. Yeah, so let's move on to the smallest time frame here, the 4 hourly. Is this even it? Yes, this is it. Here we can see basically just a few of my tweets before, when I posted that we're basically moving down and what my targets were, that we're going to 40K and all that. But you can see that for yourself. Just go here to my profile. There you see all the posts all the way back to early December, where I've posted for the first time, I think. Sorry, my sloppy is sitting here. I'm almost falling off the chair. Uh, so yeah, what we see here, yeah, basically a lot of the same here. We can see that we're sitting below the EMA ribbon right now, and if I turn on the visible range here, the VPVR, we can see that we're sitting here on this support level. If we would fall below here 41.7, we're looking at an area where we have not where the next support level would be here around 40. And then, yeah, we've seen all the other historic, more longer resistance level that come from further back on the longer time frames. But here we can see as well. Actually, right now we're crashing here pretty hard. But yeah, this strong support level here, if we would fall below that, it gets a bit thinner. And then we get to those targets here down in the area that we get from the larger time frames. So yeah, basically this is it. That's just an update for everything going on about Bitcoin. And like I said, I'm planning to post another video. Um, I will be posting it somewhere else. I don't want to do any advertisement or drop anything on here. I'll let people know through my social media, which are attached here anyways, so you can find out more there. And yeah, just keep in mind that we always have to get confirmation about um, certain support and resistance levels, if we've broken resistance or broken support, and look at different time frames, not just at one little pattern or something, because you've had your eye on it for a while. Get confirmation elsewhere. If you don't want to know how to draw up the charts, go find some charts, see how it looks over there, if it looks bullish or bearish in those charts, and then yeah, and then form your own opinion out of multiple scenarios, time frames, indicators, and then to get a more solid, confirmed opinion. It gives you more confidence, and then you can also in your trades or in your buys or sells, whatever it is you're doing in the market, it just makes you feel confident about what you're doing if you go investigate yourself. And as always, from my side, this is no financial advice. This is just for me out of pure passion to share with the community, to build a bit of a community myself. Working on multiple business that I'm building in the space. And yeah, it's just fun to interact with like-minded people and post content out here. So yeah, I don't know if I'll post another video this week, but for sure around Monday. Still not sure if it was Monday or Tuesday last week, but Monday or Tuesday next week, I'll definitely by then post another one to update what happened to the last weekly candle, and then in 2 weeks, of course, the monthly candle close. Very interesting, and keep you posted on here with daily posts and all sorts of ideas about Bitcoin on different time frames. Take it easy, guys. Happy trading, and please do engage. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, follow me, all the good stuff, and see you soon. Take care.